So good morning everyone. In the last class we discussed till question number 7 where we were finding the multiplicative inverse. Sir tell who got 30. At the end I will tell us. Okay. Now question number 8. If two cupboard boxes occupy 500 cubic centimeter space. So there are two, class you only help me in this question. Two cardboard boxes, cardboard boxes occupy 500 cubic centimeters, that is, this is a hint that it is talking about class. This cube is a hint that we are having this thing as, please tell, is this area a dimension or a volume? This is a volume. Okay. Now then how much space is required to keep 200 such boxes? It's very easy question based on unitary method. So one cardboard box will contain how much? 500 upon 2 centimeter cube volume it will occupy, and then we have to find for 200 boxes. Very easy, multiply this by 200 and that will be your answer. So just multiply this, it becomes 100 and our answer is 50,000 centimeter cube. Okay, fine. Now question number 9. B1 into B is equal to 49B. Okay, now class tell me what is the value of B so that we get this answer. You have to understand that you are multiplying something with 1 and getting the same thing, that is obvious, and then again multiplying with the number you get 49. That is the thing that you have to understand. Okay, Krishna is saying 9. Let's see, is it correct? If you take 9, Krishna, what will happen is 9 ones are 9, 9 nines are 81. That is wrong. So the correct one is 7. So if you take 7, you can check, it will be 7, and you can check everything is now working. 7 on the 7, then nothing is carried over and the answer is 49. So this one is working. I hope this one is clear to you, that how we got the value of B equal to 7. Now the last question. Advaita, a tortoise in Alipur Zoo in Kolkata, has the longest recorded lifespan in the world. She lived for more than 200 years. Okay, this is a GK thing that they are giving you. I am Tapu the tortoise. Although I am not as old as Advaita was, can you guess my age with the help of clues? Okay. Okay, Harshul, you got the answer. It was very easy, but let's see. They are saying first thing, the conditions are given to you. Both my digits are odd. So we can say both these places will be odd number only. So we can cut right away 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. These numbers will not come. Now they are saying one of my digit is 3. So we can say either this is 3, or you can say tens place and ones place. Any of these can be 3. Then they are saying my tens place is 3 times the digit at ones place. So we are sure now we have to take the ones place as 3, and this becomes 3 times. So the number is 93. I am more than 50 years old but less than 100 years old. So the answer is 93. That's the answer. Okay. There was one more possibility, class. You must be thinking why D part was given to you. Class, tell me which or what number was another possibility in this question that we neglected totally. What was the other age that we would have got? Yes, we would have got 31, because 1 was at unit place and 3 is its 3 times. So with the fourth condition, I am more than 50 years old, this number was deleted and we got the answer as 93. So these were the possibilities, 93 and 31, and we went for 93 as the answer. Now, Yuvraj, 39, no, not possible, because they were saying 39 was not possible at all, because they were saying right away my tens place is 3 times the digit at ones place. So if you are taking 9 at ones place, it is not 3 times of that, Yuvraj. Okay, that's why 39 was not possible. Only 31 and 93 were possible. And out of that, we use the D condition to remove the 31. Okay, class 8 model test 2. Okay, find 5 rational numbers between 3 upon 4 and 4 upon 5. I hope you all remember how we found the numbers between given rational numbers. First, we went for the concept of like fractions. So class, are we having like fractions right now? If I have 3 upon 4 and 4 upon 5, we don't have like fractions. So paper is objective type, but his model test papers are teaching also given question answers. No issue, but just for practice only, na? For practice only. In the objective also, you have to solve it. It is not like that you have to just tick mark the answer. You have to solve it only, na? Okay. So main thing of model test paper was your revision only, nothing else. So 4 and 5, we have to see that they are unlike fractions. So the LCM of 4 and 5 is what? 20. So we will try to make both the fractions like by multiplying the first fraction with what? With 5 and 5, and second fraction with 4 and 4. So we have found a equivalent fraction, that is 15 upon 20 and 16 upon 20. So class, can we find 5 numbers between them easily, or should we increase the range? Should we increase the range of these numbers? So we should multiply by what number? We should multiply by which number, class? I told you, if you want 5 numbers, at least you have to multiply with 6. So the best possible number for you is 10. If you take 10, you will have enough space to count the numbers. Okay, so we will always go with 10 for the safer side. So 15 upon 20, Joel, very good, you remember that thing, 10 upon 10, and 16 upon 20 into 10 upon 10. There are some questions in class 9th also based on this concept that you will get help by this. Okay, so the numbers are 150 upon 200 and 160 upon 200. Now you can easily find the numbers between them. The first, like 151 upon 200, 152 upon 200, 153 upon 200, and so on. Now you can find 9 numbers easily between these two without any mistake. I hope this question is clear to everyone. The purpose of this question was to make you revise that concept. Please confirm by P or R. Class, please confirm. Okay, so you all got this. Now let's see question number 2. It is easy. We have to find the cube root of 46, 656. What is the answer of this question? Yes, class. Answer of 46, 656 is 13 again. Harshul, yesterday it was 13, not today. And although, and this is different one. Sir, what is P and R? P means I meant for confirmation. Yes, I have got the answer. I have got the solution. And R for repeat, that I'm not getting. Please repeat that way. So let's see. We have to find the cube root of 46656. So we will go for, yes, actually now it is correct. 46656. Again, we will start with a prime number, that is 2. 2 to the 4, 2 3 the 6, 2 3 the 6, 2 to the 4, 2 8 the 16. Then 2 1s are, 2 1s are, 2 6 are, 2 6 are, 2 4s are, and so on. If you go on, you will get the answer as 36, I guess. Class, please confirm. Have you all got this answer 36? Is it correct? The cube root of 46,656, is it 36? Have you got the answer, or shall I solve this completely? Class, please confirm. Okay, you got this. Okay, Saurabh also got this. Good. Now let's see. The next question, question number 3. Simplify. Now, I know many of you would have done mistakes in this one because if you do it properly, then only it will give you the correct answer. 1.5x, okay, Harshul is giving the answer as 2.25 x square minus 16 y square. Others, you also confirm, is it correct? Because I am going to find the correct answer. 1.5x plus 4y plus 3 minus 4.5x plus 12y. So this is the question that we are having. First, we will open the brackets. So we all know we have to multiply this thing, this number into complete second bracket, then this number into complete second bracket, and we'll get the solution of these brackets. So let's start. Ananya is saying K. Okay. Now let's see. First, we multiply 1.5x with complete second bracket, that is 1.5x plus 4y plus 3. Then we have minus 4y. I am multiplying this minus 4y with second bracket complete, 1.5x plus 4y plus 3. And then the last one are remaining, that is minus, one second. So minus 4.5x plus 12y. So this is it. Now we have to just open the brackets. So class, tell me what is the first value that we will get? 1.5 into 1.5 will get you what? Confirm this thing. 1.5x into 1.5x is what? Okay, you are writing O. Okay, so 15 into 15 we all know is 225. Very good, Harshul. 15 into 15 is 225, and there was a decimal at one place, so in the product it will be at two places, 2.25 x square. If you have any issue with decimals, I recommend you to remove the decimal, make it fraction, and then keep that 10 along with you for the whole question, and the end again cut that and put the decimal for the answer. That's it. So this is the first value. The second value is 1.5 into 4. 1.5 into 4, if you multiply 15 fours are, that is 60. And because there is the decimal, it becomes 6.0. So this 0 we can neglect also, like Harshul has done. He has written the answer as 6xy. That is also correct. Either you write 6.0 or 6, both are the same thing. Then we have a plus sign. 15 threes are 45, and again decimal will come on this place because this 3 is having no decimals. Now we have a negative sign and same numbers, I think, no, different. 4 into 15 is 60 again, but this time in negative. So 6.0 xy. Then we have 4 fours are 16 minus 16 y square. 4 threes are 12 minus 12 y. I hope till this point everything was clear. Class, please confirm. We have opened the brackets. Till this point, any issue? Then confirm. Now we will simplify further. If you see, these two are like terms and these two are equal also and with opposite sign. So we will cut these two. Is there any more cutting? Sir, it is 4.5x. Where beta? Okay, this one. I mistake. So there is one more cancellation. 4.5x positive, 4.5x negative, 12y positive, 12y negative. Then any more? I think we are done with all the cuttings. The answer is 2.25 x square minus 16 y square. Okay, class. Now, if I change the question, okay, Harshul, very good. Yours is correct. Now, if I change the question and I change the question as simplify and factorize. If I change the question to simplify and factorize, tell me after simplification, what is the answer? Yes, it is Following the formula, Harshul, very good. Others, please confirm which formula we can apply over here to get our answer of factorization. This question was very much applicable for that. Yes, yes, Ananya, very good. Ananya, one more mistake. I have told you if question contains the variable, don't use it in formula. Okay. If question contains x and y, make the formula in terms of a and b to reduce the confusion. Okay. So we can compare this with, we can say this is 1.5 x square whole square minus 4y whole square. So comparing with a square minus b square, we can say the answer will be a plus b, a minus b. What is the value of a? Plus a equal to 1.5x. What is the value of b? Please confirm. Plus, is b minus 4y or plus 4y? Please tell me that. Is your b minus 4y or plus 4y? Don't get confused. Just observe carefully. It is plus 4y because this was same to same, negative negative same to same. Therefore, b is plus 4y. Agar if it was 1.5x whole square plus minus 4y whole square, in that case आपका ये negative होता. Okay. So in this case, it is positive only, plus 4y. That's it. Now just put in the formula and you have got the answer, which is 1.5x plus 4y multiplied with 1.5x minus 4y. So this way we can modify the question also, that simplify and factorize. So you must have been understanding this thing. To factorize the question easily, it is always preferable to first simplify it. After simplifying, you got the answer very easily. If you would have started factorizing at the first step only, you would have been found many problems. Okay. So let's move to the next question now. Draw the figure of hexagonal prism. Let's see. In your exam paper, most of you have written the answer as prism, prism, prism only. That is wrong, because prism is a general name. You have to write the complete name. And okay. Pentagonal prism, it was an exam. Yes, yes, Ananya, it was pentagonal prism. Now, hexagonal prism, first of all, in a prism, we have seen the lateral surfaces are like rectangles and the top and bottom must be congruent. So in our case, the top and bottom will be what? Class, as it is a hexagonal prism, the top and bottom will be what? It will be a polygon known name as hexagon. So hexagon is made like this, having 6 sides. Same thing we will make at the bottom like this, and then we will join the front face, the side faces, because we are able to see from front. I have used solid lines. If you want to draw the back lines, they should be drawn in a dotted way. Sir, you can use shapes option, but I am doing in your way, as you would have done. So now you can use this dotted lines to show the previous edge or the back side edge like this and like this. Are you able to understand the diagram? This way we can draw hexagonal prism. Is it clear to everyone? Why I have used the dotted lines? Because those edges are not visible to us from the front. That's why. Class. Now, next question, question number. Okay. The next question is same from your NCERT, only the values is changed. So let's see. A road roller takes 550 complete revolutions. Okay. So we have a road roller and we all know that the front wheel is like a cylinder, like this. So the radius is small r, the height is h. Okay, now what is given to us is it takes 550 complete revolutions. So given revolutions done equal to 550. So sir, no, I have given the answer of sixth. Okay. I thought you were giving the answer of fifth one. Now they are saying find the area of the road if the radius of road roller is 42 centimeter. So R is given to you as 42 centimeter and the length is 1 meter. So class, before proceeding, first we should see that the units are different. It is centimeter over here and meter over here. So first we convert this into centimeter. It becomes 100 centimeter. Then we find the area covered in one revolution. Okay, Harshal. So the area covered in one revolution is given by class. Area covered in one revolution is given by what? Is given by volume of the cylinder plus area covered in one revolution is given by what? Is it volume of the cylinder? It is. Harshul, very good. Others, please tell that area covered by the wheel in one revolution is what? Okay, if you all answers, if you all answer, if you all respond, I will tell you the marks in the chit chat time. Okay, if you all respond, then only. Okay, now the answer is coming. Joel, correct. Others, please confirm. The area covered in one revolution can be found by finding curved surface area of the cylinder. Good. And the curved surface area is given by plus the formula of curved surface area is 2 pi r h. Just put the values 2 into 22 by 7 into r, that is 42, and h, that is 100. Luckily, we can cut this 7. 7 6 are 42. The answer will be 2 6 are 12. 12 to 22 is how much? 12 into 22 is 24. 24 264 0 centimeter square. Now there are two zeros, na? 24. Okay, two zeros are there. So 26400 centimeter square is covered in one revolution, and we are covering how many revolutions? 5 and 50. So total area in centimeter square is given by 26400 into 550 centimeter square. If you solve this, you get the answer. I hope this was clear. Now let's see question number 6. Because I was checking your papers yesterday, I couldn't make the model test paper for the third one. I will try to send it soon. Okay, now question number 6. The question is saying 1 upon 4 whole power minus 3 minus 1 upon 3 whole power minus 3 divided by 1 upon 4 whole power minus 2. Okay, so let's see what will happen. This 1 upon 4 power is minus 3. We will try to make it normal by making the powers positive. 1 by 4 becomes 4 upon 1 power 3 because we have made the power positive. Similarly, here also 3 upon 1 power 3 divided by 4 upon 1 power 2. So first step, I got rid of all the negative powers, and now I will simplify this question. 4 power 3 is how much? Plus 4 cube is what? 4 cube is what? It is, Harshul, very good. But Harshul, you are quite active, but in the examination, you do some mistakes out of this fast thing. And this 3 cube is 27 divided by 16. Okay. What will we get? 64 minus 27 is 4 minus 14 minus 7 is 7. Then we have this class 5 minus 2 is 3 divided by 16, and the answer is 37 upon 16. Have you all got this answer by solving this question? Class, have you all got this answer? Okay, Ananya. Now question number 7 is a question of comparing quantities. Okay, I can end it over here so that we can discuss sometime. Stop recording. We will discuss it tomorrow.